A short note on the melancholy note in the romantic poetry. So let's start first with the poetry of Wordsworth. Wordsworth was the least melancholy of all the romantic poets. It was mainly due to the fact that he seldom felt himself to be in a state of utter solitariness. There was his sister, and there was the ever consoling nature always at his elbow. He believed and actually felt that nature leads one from joy to joy. He was an incorrigible optimist, though he was aware, like Crabbe, of miseries of villagers who lived unlike townsmen, right in the heart of nature. When Michael finds his son lost in the ignominious ways of the town, he is shocked. Wordsworth points out that love sustained Michael, for there is a comfort in the strength of love which makes a thing endurable, which else will overshell the brain or break the heart. Wordsworth's optimism finds its way even in the midst of elegiac sentiments. Consider, for instance, at last of his elegiac stanzas. But welcome fortitude and patient cheer, and frequent sights of what is to be born, such sights or worse as are before me here. Not without hope we suffer and we mourn. In spite of this normal optimism, Wordsworth often expresses himself on the misfortunes inevitable to the human predicament. In his years of maturity, he was particularly aware of them. For example, he says in Tintern Abbey, for I have learned to look on nature not as in the hour of thoughtless youth, but hearing oftentimes the still sad music of humanity. Thus, even his mysticism is not without a chastening element of melancholy. Wordsworth's political disillusionment was also responsible for some utterances of melancholy. The French Revolution, 1789, fired him as it did a large number of young hearts throughout Europe, with new hopes of the deliverance of humanity from the shackles of age old tyranny. The fall of the Bastille was from them an incident to rave over. Recalling the days of the Revolution, Wordsworth writes, bliss was it in that dawn to be alive, but to be young was very heaven. Wordsworth's emotional career was calculated to arouse melancholy feelings. His ill-fated alliance with a French girl sent him brooding, but his poetry is surprisingly free from expression of melancholy bred purely by subjective causes. Thank you.